coverage of high school basketball on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
And welcome now to the Sevier Valley Center as we come back into the quarterfinal games here at the 2A Boys Basketball State Tournament. And that was kind of a crazy one. Dennis, Robert Lovell with you, joined by Dennis Aldrich, as we had a 2-point game at the end of the third quarter. Enterprise runs away in the fourth quarter to get the 20-point win. And so that was a entertaining first game to start the day.
Well, it's sad that two teams like that have to miss up in the quarters, but that's the way it is some years. But two very good basketball teams in an exciting basketball game, and the final score was not reflective of the total game.
Right.
And that's the sad thing for Parowan, is they weren't a 20-point team, lost to that team. But that's the way it goes sometimes. You start scrambling to come from behind, the other team takes advantage of it.
You move on to this next game. Of course, Enterprise will play the winner of our next game here. That is between Kanab and Millard. This, by the way, is the Snow College pregame show. Did you start a degree, but then life got in the way? Well, there's never been a better time to finish what you started. Snow College offers flexible options that fit into your busy schedule. Visit snow.edu today and learn how rewarding a Snow College education can be. You've got Kanab coming out as they were the fifth team in Region 19, and they were the number 10 overall seed. And they went 3-7 in region play. You've got Millard 8-0 in region 16. They went through the region, had to get a buzzer beater to beat Duchesne. Had some tough games in there, but went undefeated in region play. And they come in as the number 2 seed with a 19-4 overall record. But when you look at those records, that can be a little deceiving. This has the matchup of some great players on both sides.
It really can, and that's the thing that you worry about if you're in Millard's shoes, is that they take Kanab too lightly because of that record. But let's remember the region they came out of. 5th place in that region is, that's possibly 1 or 2 in the other regions because of the quality teams that they're playing with San Juan, Parowan, Enterprise, and South Sevier. And so they come in as a 5 seed, but don't let that fool you. This is a talented Kanab basketball team. They got lots of good things going on, and a team that's going to beat them in this tournament better be ready to go. And tonight, that's Millard.
Of course, for Millard, they had to get here by beating number 15 Waterford, and they did so in dominant fashion last week. Dennis, you had the call on that one, 70-37 in that game. What was your takeaway there?
Waterford tried some things there, to make something happen. They tried, but they just didn't have enough. There's no way that they could stay with Millard with what they had going on that night. And so, Millard is going to have their A game here. But that, again, is my point. Millard has not been pushed day in and day out the way Kanab has been pushed day in and day out in this region. And that would be my concern. The only really close games that they had in region were the 2 Duchesne ball games where they both had to battle to come from behind. But Duchesne's a nice young team, but it's not the same as what Kanab has been through. And that, again, would be my worry. The Waterford game, that was a yawner for Millard.
Yeah, I would just say that most people, if not all, would agree that Region 19 was the best region in 2A. And, in fact, I don't think anybody would be surprised if 4 Region 19 teams are in the semis. The one team that I think most people feel like has a chance to change that is Millard.
Is the Millard team, yeah. And if they play their game, they should do all right. Yeah. If they can have their heads up and play their game. Kanab has a little more height than other teams that Millard has played, and that's the one X factor for me all year long is what are they going to do when they get height? And they played one team really with a lot of height, and that was North St. Pete. It was a close ball game. Millard did lose that, not solely because of the height. But that's the one undetermined here for Millard is what they're going to do with height inside. And Kanab has some, not like the other teams, but they have a little more than what Millard has faced.
You take a look at these two teams. Of course, Cowboys are coached by Jaron Glazier, the Eagles by Darren Rhodes. We already mentioned who Millard had to go through. For Kanab, they had to go on the road last Saturday against the 7th-seeded Draper APA. It was a 2-point game at the half. They trailed by 2 at the half. They ended up getting the 71-60 win. Kaysen Janes had 25 points to lead the way in that one. For Millard in their win over Waterford, Hunter Rhodes had 23 points. And I think for both teams, that's where it starts. For Kanab, even though Jordan Cornell is the leading scorer, I think it starts with Kaysen Janes inside, and that opens it up for Jordan Cornell outside.
No question. Jordan Cornell has the quickest release of any young man I've seen in 2A basketball in a long time. you can't only give him a crack in the defense, and he lets her fly. He'll come off a pick and not even take a step, just fire it up, and it goes in. And so you're right. They've got to defend against James, and he's not just a 5. He goes all over the court, but that will open it up for Cornell if you worry too much about James. Matchup problems, and they got Little in the middle too.
Yeah.
So it's matchup situation. We'll see what they do. Will they stick with their zone? Will they go man-to-man?
And then you look at the Millard side, it starts with Hunter Rhodes and Brant Stevens, but you've got a lot of good pieces around them, like James Stevenson and Peyton Rasmussen and others that can do a lot of really nice things, and any of them can go off on any given night as well.
And if it goes like normal, they will try to take away those 2 boys outside. They'll try to take away Rhodes and Stevens outside, and that's when the baseline assassin, Rasmussen, have to have his day. They've got to move the ball. They've got to pass it well, which they are very capable of, and it's fun to watch. If they do that, they're going to be all right. And that will then take the pressure off, and it'll give Rhodes and Stevens their opportunities.
This has been the Snow College pregame show. We'll take a 1-minute break, then come back and get you ready for the starting lineups and the opening tip. That'll be coming up next here from the Sevier Valley Center on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need, a system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centricom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centricom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge. Time now for our starting lineups here today. And we'll start off with the visiting team in this one. That is the 10th seeded Kanab Cowboys. First off, wearing number 3 is a senior guard, Ashton Grimes. Wearing number 10 is a senior forward, Colin Zamansky. Wearing number 23, a junior guard, Jordan Cornell. Number 24, a junior center, Logan Little. And wearing number 34, a junior forward, Kason James for the Kanab Cowboys. And once again, they are coached by Jaron Glazier and Gary Glover, athletic director for the Kanab Cowboys. Now the starting lineup for the home team today, the Millard Eagles, the number 2 seed. Here's Dennis Aldridge.
And we'll say it again, as we've said before many a times, the Millard team will be starting the same way they have for really 2 full years now. This group together a long time. They'll start a junior, number 3, Brant Stevens. Also, that's one of their 2 seniors, number 15, James Stevenson. Number 21, as you've mentioned, Hunter Rhodes, one of the leading scorers in the state. And number 32, Taylor Davies will be the other junior. And then the other senior, number 33, Peyton Rasmussen, the baseline assassin. They're coached by Coach Rhodes and assisted by Corey Gillens and Jaron Robinson.
So there's your starters for these 2 teams. Millard dressed in the home white, silver letters and numbers. They'll be going right to left across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen to begin today's game. And Kanab dressed in their road reds with the white or gray letters and numbers, and they will be going left to right across your radio dial, TV, and computer screen to begin this game here today. And Dennis, as we get ready for the game, you got any Kane School District keys to the game here in this one?
Keys for Millard is that they've got to do what they do, which is a lot of deflected balls, go and run hard, get up and down the court, and find a way to deal with the height. For Kanab, they just got to make it work with Cornell and Gines to start off with.
Quick shot by Colin Zamansky, got the friendly bounce off the rim, off the glass and in.
And so much the case in some of these games, you talk about the stars, and invariably some unheralded player will step forward and make something happen.
Stevens goes right wing to Rhodes. Up top, Stevenson. Left wing, Davies. Into the corner to Rasmussen. Back up top to Rhodes. Guarded by Grimes. Going to drive in at the right hand. Got cut off. Out to the wing to Stevens. Back up top, Stevenson. Skip it right wing to Rasmussen. Goes back out to Rhodes. 35 seconds into the game. 2-0. Kanab with the lead on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Skip to the left corner. Three-pointer for Stevens on the way. In and out. Little the rebound for Kanab.
Good ball movement there by Millard and patience. They tried to run some of their little plays that have been so successful, and Kanab had it well scouted and cut everything off. So good defensive scheme for Kanab.
Grimes up top. Working against the Millard zone. Goes left corner to Zemansky. He'll rise for three. Off the back of the rim, no good. James, the backside rebound. Lost his footing. Reverse layup, though, is still good by James.
And there's that height. That's backside rebound off the shot by Szymanski. And Giants able to corral that thing and athletically put it in.
Left wing, Rasmussen rises for three for Millard. Off the backside of the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Kanab ball.
And that is some of their signature there, the long ball. Usually they don't start off with two in a row, but Kanab with good defensive scheme.
4-0 Kanab with the lead on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Healing happens here. That's Kane County Hospital. Cornell's passed to Little, got tipped, but Little still got it. Up top now to James. One dribble, picks it up, goes right side to Little. 15-footer on the baseline, missed it short, and Stevenson the rebound for Millard.
This is where they've got to run now. If they get a chance, they've got to run with the ball.
Rhodes going to drive all the way to the hoop, puts up the sky hook off the glass, no good, and the rebound by Cornell for Kanab. Up ahead to Grimes, left wing to Zemansky, looking for James, not there, skips it out to Cornell. Right side, short corner to Little, back to Cornell. Cornell going to drive in. Euro step, high post it goes to James, pump fake, dribbles in, puts up the 6-footer, missed it short. Rebound, Little has it for Kanab, back up on the right side and in.
Size. He didn't have the right position. Millard had position, but he's long enough and lean enough to go up over the top and knock the ball away and get the rebound shot.
Timeout called by Millard. This is a Honey's Marketplace timeout featuring specialty items like gourmet burgers, crab salads, smoked ribs, fresh cut fruit, and bakery bread made from scratch every day. Groceries and so much more at Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. And throughout the game, we are, by the way, looking for our Fillmore City player of the game for Millard. Especially proud to cheer on the Mighty Eagles, historic Fillmore City, and our State Bank of Southern Utah sub of the game. For Kanab, our State Bank of Southern Utah player of the game. Local decisions, better results at State Bank of Southern Utah. And the Kanab Drug sub of the game as well. The soda fountain has paninis, wraps, personal pan pizzas, and smoothies at Kanab Drug. 6-0, Kanab with the early lead.
Yeah, and they're not a bit fazed by the magnitude of this basketball game. They've been here before in these kinds of games.
High post, Stevenson has it for Millard. Fakes the handoff. One dribble, now goes left wing to Stevens. Up top to Rhodes, guarded by Grimes. Off the screen, pick and roll, got it to Stevenson. 10-foot runner off the glass, in and out. Rebound, Little has it for Kanab.
Nice give and go there, but just unable to get it to go down.
And Stevenson hustling back down the floor, intercepts a pass intended for Zemansky. Right wing it goes to Davies. He's going to drive baseline. Got cut off. Pump fake. Now goes up. Missed it off the rim. Rebound tipped out by Millard. Kanab ball.
And all these little things that normally go in for Millard right now. Again, if you say right now, it looks like Millard has a little bit of a case of the nerves where Kanab is not phased at all.
Up the floor comes Cornell. He goes to Grimes as he crosses the timeline. Bounce past the high post to Little. Left wing on the flare to Cornell. Cornell going to drive in. Passes across to James. A beautiful dish and finish.
Really did. And it just drew the whole defense to him. Went up in the air like he was going to shoot it. And then jackknifed and threw it underneath to a wide open shooter.
Rhodes comes up top to Stevenson. Working on Little. Spin move right past him. Right side layup is good. James Stevenson gets Millard on the board.
Beautiful move. Looked like he's going to pass it.
8-2. Kanab with the lead. 4:35 to go in the first quarter on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Cornell right side high. Working against the Millard zone. Skip it left side, short corner to Zemansky. 15-footer on the baseline. In and out. James, the offensive rebound. Spins to the defense. Left hand finish is good. He has 6.
Totally controlling the boards. And just so active and anticipating the shot miss. Getting to spots.
Davies drives right. Kick it out of the wing to Rasmussen. College 3 on the way. Missed it short. And James the rebound for Kanab. Up ahead for Grimes. Grimes steps into a transition 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound. And Rasmussen has it in the backcourt. And he'll pass it off to Davies. Davies up ahead to Rhodes, 17-footer in the corner, missed it short. Backside rebound, Stevens for Millard. Out to the wing to Stevenson. He'll drive the lane, puts it up against the double team, off the glass and in. Stevenson with 4.
The little big man right now, huh? He's the only one able to make it happen right now.
Got an official's timeout.
Somebody got to fix their tooth.
Yeah, looks like Kason James had a tooth for something fall out. He was pulling stuff out of his mouth. Looks like it was a contact. He was just trying to get it set in his mouth, I guess.
Cleaning it off.
3:42 to go in the first quarter on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. 10-4 Kanab with the lead. Cornell brings it across the timeline. Right side eye goes to Grimes, guarded by Rhodes. Back to Cornell up near the volleyball line. Right wing Grimes. Off the screen by Janes. Pick and roll. Got it to him. Working against Rasmussen. Spins against him. Puts it up off the glass and in. Janes with 8 already.
Millard has gone to a man-to-man now to try and slow down some things, those open shots out of the corner, but athletically, Janes just goes right around and goes past.
Foul on the drive will be called on Ashton Grimes. That'll be his first, team's first. You'd be hard-pressed to find many players with better footwork than Kason Janes.
Yeah, and the experience of 3 seasons starting to go along with that, too. So, and Kanab control of the boards.
Preston Houston into the game for Kanab. Brant Stevens misses a three-pointer. Houston the rebound for the Cowboys. Up ahead for Grimes from Janes, and Janes overthrows him out of bounds.
Well, not if he's headed to the locker room. It wasn't too big. He has to go clear there to get it, but Millard is just real quick to fire up the 3 right now, and that's a testament to Kanab's defense. They're just not, other than Stevenson's drives a couple of times, they're just not allowing any of the backdoor cutting and those kinds of things that they rely on to happen.
Stevenson hands off to Stevens. You mentioned the 3-point. Last game, no made three-pointers between Enterprise and Parowan.
Oh, wow. That surprises me.
Rasmussen pulls up for 10 feet on the baseline and knocks it down for the Eagles. In today's game, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't. But with their size, I can understand it. But they got enough shooting, I would have thought something would have happened.
Janes off the screen, goes flare screen looking for Cornell, who had backed out. And Houston went to the corner, so nobody was there. Out of bounds it goes. A Kanab turnover.
A set play. He drives down into us, absorb the defense. Cornell goes through to a spot far side, but a blind pass back to the backside, and Cornell got too far to the top.
Rhodes crossed over, now tries to pass to Rasmussen, who had cut in, and out of bounds it goes for Millard.
Kanab is just taking all of the backdoor cuts and screens back inside the drives, the passing down inside. They're taking everything away. And the Millard is having a real hard time getting into their offense.
12-6 Kanab on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Cornell at the hesitation drive. He'll be fouled by Stevens on the hand check. His first, team's first. Grimes will inbound for Kanab. Got Janes high with 3 low. Going to just lob it out to James. One dribble, picks it up, bounces it out to Cornell, guarded by Stevens.
Gone back to their 2-1-2 zone now.
High post to Janes, right wing to Zamansky. Back to Janes, down the lane, working on Stevenson. Faked one way, tried the up and under, not there. Goes left corner to Houston, out to Grimes, up top Cornell. Right wing Zamansky. Back out to Cornell. Left wing to Grimes, steps into a 3, nails it, a Lumber plus 3-pointer. Ashton Grimes. Timeout called by Coach Glazier. We'll take it with them. 1:36 to go in the first quarter on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. It is Kanab 15, Millard 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centracom Channel 10.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge out of the Honeys Marketplace timeout. Millard basketball, right wing Davies. Up top he comes to Stevens. Left junction now to Rasmussen. Hands off back to Stevens. Stevens cut off on the drive. Back up top to Davies. 1:17 to go in the quarter. 15-6 Kanab. Rhodes with it up top. Bounces right junction to Stevenson. Hands off back to Rhodes. Pull up 17-footer. Got it to go. Rhodes is on the board.
7 minutes into the first quarter before Rhodes can score. Stevens has yet to score. Grimes doing a good job on Rhodes.
57 seconds to go in the quarter on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. 15-8 Kanab. Up top is Janes. Right wing to Cornell. Off the screen by Janes. Hesitation dribble. Now crosses over. Goes down the lane to Janes. Working on Stevens. And he traveled as he shuffled his feet trying to find where Stevens was at.
Doing a good job of switching some things up. They got the matchup they wanted inside, but just unable to get the footwork underneath him. Stevens with a good job behind him. The last time inside, Stevenson did a really good job denying his moves inside.
Davies left side high, hands off to Rhodes. Picked up by Grimes. The lob down the lane to Stevenson, working on Houston. Turn around, 8-foot fadeaway. Got the friendly bounce. James Stevenson with 6 for Millard. It's a 5-point game.
Pretty little fadeaway there by Stevenson. He has 6 of the 10 points.
18 seconds to go in the quarter. Kason James will run the point forward now for Kanab. Guarded by Rasmussen. Going to drive right side. Steps around the defense. Left corner he goes to Cornell. Covered up quickly by Stevens. Tries to lob to Houston. Ball got tipped. James gets it back. 4 seconds. Splits the double team. Steps around the defense. Off the glass and in. James with 10 as the first quarter comes to an end on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. It's Kanab 17, Millard 10 in the 2A quarterfinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centracom Channel 10.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
Love cheese? We do too. If you are ready to take on the responsibility and opportunity that comes with being an employee owner, Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packager in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at greatlakescheese.com. Again, that's greatlakescheese.com. Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is honored to support this high school sports broadcast.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Back out the Sevier Valley Center, Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge. A backdoor cut by Hunter Rhodes, and he'll get the lay-in for Millard.
They ran it off the wing that time. Normally it's the baseline. That time they run him off the wing. We're able to get it done.
Grimes up top, goes left side high to Cornell. Cornell, hesitation dribble, drives around Stevens, off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped over, and Davies has it for Millard, and he stepped out of bounds as he was trying to work around the defense.
Good hustle there. Cornell got loose. He's quicker from the three-point line, but he got loose for a possible layup and was unable to convert it, but just a turnover by Millard to give it right back to him.
4 around the key for Kanab. They'll lob in for James. James catches, kicks it left wing to Houston. Pump fake on the 3, dribbles in, back out to James. Skips it to Zemansky. Hands off to Cornell. They'll reset the offense with a 5-point lead on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard.
Cornell was begging for that ball in the corner. He was so wide open, but they just haven't been able to get it to him in a spot to shoot yet.
James drives in. Offensive foul as Stevenson draws the charge.
After the first couple of exchanges inside, James Stevenson, let's hand it to him defensively. The last couple of exchanges with Kanab has been very, very good inside with his positioning, paying dividends.
Kenyon Gillens into the game now for Millard.
Taylor Davies in for Davies.
And let's see, also into the game is Ralphs for the Eagles. Michael Ralphs, first substitutions we've seen for Millard in this game. Up top, Stevens, left side high to Gillens, into the corner to Rhodes. Guarded by Grimes, going to drive baseline, puts up the shot, partially blocked, and a foul called. Free throws coming for Hunter Rhodes.
Millard has settled down now. They're getting more into their style of basketball. Well, they want to run, but in the half court, they're a good passing team, do a lot of cutting and passing. They're more into that right now, and that's giving them a chance to get back into this. They just can't keep giving Kanab extra possessions.
First free throw from Rhodes from the Millard County Credit Union free throw line, short off the rim. Logan Little back in for Kanab. Preston Houston will come out.
Brings that extra height back in the ball game. And Millard was looking to take advantage of Houston down inside with some matchups inside. They won't be able to now with Little in there.
Rhodes misses them both. Rebound by James. 17-12 Kanab. Cornell lobs for James, who wasn't looking for it. They went right past him to Rhodes. Rhodes come the other way, tipped away, and a reach-in foul will be called on James. That'll be his second.
That's a cheapie. Rhodes was looking for the pass down inside to a wide-open teammate. I believe it was Gillens headed to the basket. James slips it away, but unfortunately gets his second personal foul.
Yeah, Gines for Duchesne.
Yeah.
And James for Kanab.
Yeah.
Up top is Stevens, left wing to Stevenson.
But you got Grimes on here, too, and that's
right.
Me all up.
Right side high is Gillens. Skips it left side of the wing to Stevenson, picked up by Little. Back up top now to Stevens. Skip it left corner to Ralphs. We'll go one dribble handoff back to Stevenson on the left wing. Working on Little. Spin move down the lane. Got cut off. Pass to the corner to Stevens. He'll drive in. Puts up the shot. Off the back of the room. No good. Rebound tipped up. And it's on the ground. And still on the ground. Now foul will be called on Millard.
Ralphs has given him some real energy inside battling for the basketball. But you'll notice defensively, he's the one player on the exterior. When he gets the ball, they don't come out on him. That player sags off. Everybody else for Millard, they're playing right out on him on that three-point line. That's where the backdoor cutting has to become effective for them. But Kanab very well schooled. They're not letting them get those backdoor cuts.
Preston Houston back in for Kason James with those two fouls for James. And Peyton Rasmussen back in for Michael Ralphs for Millard. Left side high, Little has it for Kanab. Pass into the corner to Zemansky. Looking for Houston inside. They got it to him, working against Stevenson. And he traveled as he was trying to figure out where he was going.
Yeah, he's trying to make those low post moves. But again, Stevenson, he used to be a reacher and a grabber, but his footwork and positioning has really improved, and it's showing here today.
Left wing Gillens. To the ring to Rhodes. Faked right, went left, step back 17-footer, missed it short. Rebound tipped up, and a foul called on the rebound will go against Millard.
That'll be two on Stevens. And Millard is just missing so many opportunities to cut deeper into this lead.
Score remains 17-12 on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Just 2 points scored in this second quarter. Those are by Hunter Rhodes.
Millard may need to forget about going to the locker room at halftime and just stay out here and shoot for 15 minutes. Get used to these rims in this big gym.
Grimes off the screen, couldn't get Houston on the pick and roll. Now they swing it left wing around to Cornell. Pick and roll with Little. Little working inside, and he traveled. That's the third or fourth travel on Kanab where they're trying to get position inside.
Yeah, and it's good. And Millard is not jumping at their fakes. They're staying down. They're staying in position, and it's causing Kanab to travel.
8 turnovers to 2. Kanab with 8-2 for Millard.
And Millard hasn't taken advantage of it, though.
Yeah, Kanab still the 5-point lead. 5:08 to go in the first half. Right wing, Stevenson. Guarded by Little. Up top to Gillens. Left side high, Davies. Get a fake left, goes right, hands to Stevenson. Pull up 15-footer from the free throw line. In and out. Zemansky the rebound for Kanab.
Good shot, but just didn't go in. Another missed opportunity off a turnover.
Cornell walks it across, goes up top to Little. Little facing up on Rasmussen. Top of the key, goes right, swing off the screen to Cornell. Drives in against Gillens. That steps around Stevenson, missed it short. Rebound knocked it out of bounds by Stevenson. Kanab ball on the baseline.
And again, I've called that Euro step traveling before, and maybe it hasn't been, but on that case, you got to call that a travel. I'm sorry.
Kanab with 4 stacked ball side. He had Houston, didn't get it to him. Now goes right corner to Zemansky, and he'll be fouled by Hunter Rhodes. That'll be the first on Rhodes. 4th team foul on Millard.
And I suspect the second half will be more offensive because these two teams can score a lot more points than they're scoring right now.
And you look at Millard, a little stat check for you. Millard averages 65 a game. Kanab averages 59. And we're at 17-12 halfway through the second quarter. And Rasmussen with another steal as he takes it away from Cornell. Up top, Stevenson going to drive in right side against Zemansky. Puts up the shot. Off the glass, no good, but free throws coming for James Stevenson.
And you can't fault that. He missed the shot, but still you got to challenge those guys because you get a foul on them somewhere in the game. That becomes important too. So now you got Zemansky and James with 2 personal fouls in the first half.
First free throw from the Millard County Credit Union free throw line is good. Stevenson now with 7 to lead Millard. James will come back in for Zemansky.
That's chancy, but you figure with James's experience, he can probably survive these 4 minutes.
Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound, Grimes has it for Kanab. 17-13, Kanab still with the lead. They've yet to score, though, here in the second quarter.
Oh, wow.
Right wing, Grimes. Goes to Cornell off the corner, pull up 15-footer, off the rim, no good. And the rebound goes to Gillens for Millard. Up ahead to Rhodes. Baseball pass underneath, easily taken away by Logan Little out of the air.
Kanab is well versed. They're looking for that backside stuff. It's tough to get a pass in there.
Cornell up top. Lost the basketball and his footing, able to corral it and get it out to Houston, who goes up top to James. James driving right side, scoop with the right hand, missed it short, got his own rebound, back up and in. James with 12.
He does more than get his rebound. He rips it away from Rasmussen, who had position.
Left wing is Rhodes for Millard. Fakes right, goes left, gets cut off by the help defense, and James able to get a finger on the shot, blocks it off the glass. Cornell walks it up now for Kanab. 6-point Cowboy lead on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard. Right wing is Little. Picked up by Davies. Looking for Cornell off the curl, and so they go inside to James. Got inside and wave it off, traveling as he tried to get position again.
He's lucky there because I thought it was going to be an offensive foul call because he backed the defender off, give a push. So he's lucky not to have gotten that third foul right there.
That's the 10th Kanab turnover in this first half, and they still lead 19-13.
And what they need to figure is Millard is not going for any fakes or anything else. They're sitting back and waiting.
Now Cornell steals the pass, has it down the lane, tries to get it through to Grimes, got it to him, hands off back to Cornell, and they will set up the offense up top to James. Left wing Houston, he'll take the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. James the long rebound. James going to drive left side, pump fake, put it up off the glass and in. James with 14.
Wow. James is just controlling everything. Other than the travels, he can do what he wants inside. He is so tough in there.
High post Stevenson. Hands to Rhodes. Rhodes drives in right side, puts up the runner, missed it, no good, but a foul called. And Hunter Rhodes will go to the Millard County Credit Union free throw line.
And what's Millard right now? 1 for 4?
1 for
from
4.
The free throw line. Now a new two fouls on Grimes.
Yep.
Not that 2 is not terrible, but in the first half it's not good.
For low interest rates and auto and RV loans, online banking, and convenient mobile banking, Millard County Credit Union in Delta and Fillmore. Rhodes makes the first one. He has 5 now for Millard. Zemansky back into the game for Case and James, wanting to protect the James.
Well, but you got Zemansky with 2 also. They've got 6 fouls as a team, and they're on 3 players, all with 2 fouls each.
Rhodes misses the second one. Rebound Zemansky. Grimes off the screen, going to drive right side. Looking down the lane. Defense sags off. He misses the 6-footer. Rebound tipped right to Logan Little for the easy lay-in.
Well, he had Zemansky over the back, knocked the ball loose. So Rasmussen tips it right back in, and our old coach used to say never tip it back in underneath your own basket.
Rasmussen goes right wing to Davies. He'll drive baseline, got around. Houston lay it up and in. Taylor Davies first points.
Good first quick step, got him through his first points of the game.
23-16 Kanab. Grimes goes right wing to Cornell. He's going to drive around. Gillen's got the step all the way to the glass, and there's Cornell's first points of the game.
Overplaying the left hand, bought right into it. Cornell just went right by him.
Rhodes the other way, gets cut off on the drive, comes out to Stevenson, left wing to Davies. Davies going to drive in, got the step on Houston, missed it short off the glass. Cornell the rebound for Kanab. Up ahead to Grimes. Grimes on the right wing, hesitates, crosses over, goes out to Houston. He'll drive the lane, gets cut off, back out to Grimes, and now they'll set up the offense. .108 to go in the first half. Up top, Little. Right wing, he goes to Grimes.
Whoa. Offensive illegal screen.
Foul up on Logan Little. His first, team's 7th. 11th Kanab turnover. Stevens will bring it across the timeline for Millard.
Stevens in for Rhodes for a break.
Left wing Rasmussen, up top Gillens, left wing to Davies, pump fake. He'll dribble in, pull up 14-footer from the elbow. Off the back of the rim, no good. Grimes the rebound for Kanab.
It's one shot only for Millard right here, and Kanab's getting many offensive rebounds.
Yeah, we unfortunately, Brad James up at 3A, so we don't have his full stats here this weekend. And now Grimes nearly throws it away as Stevens got a hand on it. Remains Kanab basketball on the near side. So we won't have our full stats, so we'll give you the scoring numbers, but that's about all we'll be able to give you.
Brad James when you need him.
Grimes to inbound. Bounces it up top to Little. 35 seconds to go in the half. Grimes now has it back. Going to drive in right side. Gets cut off by Davies. Comes out to Little. He'll hand to Cornell, guarded by Gillens. Now they'll set the offense up. Cornell out on the Snow College S. Lob to the right junction to Houston. Hands off to Grimes. Pump fake by Grimes. He'll back out. Looking for some help. He goes left side to Little. Little goes back to Cornell. 14 seconds to go in the half. Cornell going to drive in. Got by Gillens. Scoop with the right hand off the glass and in. Cornell with 4.
I was just about to say, Gillens was doing a magnificent job against him, but just got a little past the screen on that one.
Now Stevens loses the basketball as the horn sounds, and through 2 quarters of play on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard in the 2A quarterfinals, it is Kanab 27, Millard 16. We'll take the break and come back with the Jones and Mill Engineering halftime show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Thirsty for a refreshing drink or maybe craving a tasty treat or meal on the go? The Park and Pump convenience stores have it all. Take advantage of Park and Pump's Thirsty Thursday, where fountain drinks are just 79 cents. Park and Pump also features quality Shell, Sinclair, Exxon, and Conoco gasoline. Enjoy tasty nachos, frazzles, and much more. Stop in at Park and Pump and ask about their loyalty rewards program at any of their locations in Nephi, Mona, Levan, and Moroni.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
Smithfield Foods offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. For careers with growth potential, join our team. Great jobs in all phases of hog production, starting at $12 an hour and certifications to $13 an hour in the first year. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, and more, and is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer. Visit smithfieldfood.com/careers or call 435-387-6000, 387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge, and this is the Jones and Mill Engineering halftime show. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones & Mill Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. At the half on the Kane County Hospital scoreboard, it's Kanab 27, Millard 16 in this 2A quarterfinal. Winner moves on to play Enterprise tomorrow night at 7:30 in the semis. And Dennis, your takeaway from this first half?
Well, I think Kanab has done an excellent job of scouting and preparing for what Millard does. They are taking away everything, all the little things that Millard does well that have carried them. Their passing game has been largely ineffective because Kanab is quick to jump to the backside and cut off the backside screens or the backside cuts. They've done an excellent job of that. They're doing a good job on the perimeter defending against the three-pointers. And right now, Millard has shot several, not made a one yet. And so, they've got them pushed off their mark. Kanab's defense doing an excellent job. And then inside, in particularly, James, Kanab as a team and James as an individual is controlling the middle. Offensive and defensive rebounds, putbacks, all that kind of stuff. So Kanab's doing a good job. Let's not take nothing away from them. Well coached on defense, well prepared for Millard, and just out hustling Millard right now.
Let's take a look at our first half stats. Your stat check first off for the Kanab Cowboys, brought to you by Zion Pharmacy, offering prescription compounding services, prompt refills, and friendly service. Zion Pharmacy in Kanab, personalized service from friendly faces since 1984. Zion Pharmacy, your family's pharmacy. And first off for the Cowboys, they're led by Kason James, 14 points. And as you just mentioned, he's really just controlling everything inside.
Oh, yeah.
4 points apiece for Jordan Cornell and Logan Little. Cornell didn't score until about 3 minutes left in the first half.
Made a couple of layups. They pushed him off the three-point line, but he did get a couple of layups.
And then 3 points for Ashton Grimes, the only three-pointer made today, by the way, in 6 quarters of basketball. 1 3-pointer made. And then 2 points for Colin Zamansky. For free throws, they're 0 for 0. Have not taken a free throw yet, has Kanab. And by my count, they do have 11 first-half turnovers.
And that's a key to me, too, is on a turnover. Millard thrives on turnovers, and they're getting nothing out of it because they don't get the fast breaks. So the turnovers are balls being thrown out of bounds and different things like that. So they don't get the fast break out of it, and they have to go back to the half-court offense, and the half-court defense of Kanab is too good. So really getting nothing off turnovers.
Thrown out of bounds or 4 or 5 travel calls.
Yeah, and 11 turnovers, and they're still down by 11.
Yeah.
Even if you get off half of them, there's 10 points more. You're right there.
Yep. And then you look at the stats for Miller. They're led by James Stevenson, 7 points. He's been big to start this game.
He is. He's been able to put the ball on the floor from the high post and go down the lane and lay it up and in, which is not what they were expecting. And so we'll see how they adjust to that in the second half. But he's doing well. But the others have got to come through too.
Hunter Rhodes has 5, then 2 points apiece for Taylor Davies and Peyton Rasmussen for Millard. They are 2 for 6 from the free throw line. That's another factor here. And then 4 turnovers for Millard in this first half.
Yeah. And Stevens is the key. He's got to get going. He's got to get going to take some pressure off of the Rhodes so he can get going.
So it's your halftime score, 27-16. This has been the Jones & Mill Engineering Halftime Show, supporting local programs in academic and athletic achievements, building relationships, and working passionately as a winning combination. That's Jones & Mill Engineering. We'll take a break and come back and get you ready for the second half. Next, here from the Sevier Valley Center, the 2A boys basketball quarterfinal game. Number 2 Millard at number 10 Kanab. Kanab leading 27-16 at the half. On the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom, Channel 10.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beaver's Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West. Now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Hi, I'm Brett Collister, CTE Director for Millard and Tintic School Districts. Do you know what CTE pathways are offered at your school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and guidance through 35 different CTE pathways. Students who take 2 or more CTE classes have a 96% graduation rate, and over 75% of CTE learners enroll in post-secondary education, giving students a step up in their chosen career fields. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Back here at the Silver Valley Center, Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge. And let's give you a quick Signature Real Estate score update. Looking to buy or sell your home, land, or water? We'll count on Signature Real Estate for your real estate solutions. Check them out online at signaturerealestate.com. And at the half, up at the 3A state tournament, Manti leads American Leadership Academy 23-19. ALA, the 18 seed, had 2 upsets to get to that point. And Manti leading that one right now, 23-19. And then earlier today, it was at Grantsville in the 3A state tournament, barely beating Ben Lomond 35-34. Low-scoring game there.
Barn burner.
Yeah. And then in the earlier 2A game, it was a 2-point game after 3 quarters of play, and then Enterprise ran away from Parowan for a 60-41 win. So there's your Signature Real Estate score update on other games going on in the 2A and 3A classification. It will be Kanab basketball to start the third quarter. Any Kane School District keys to the second half, Dennis?
I think for Millard, a couple of things. They've got to take advantage of turnovers, but they've got to up-tempo the game if they can. Other than the half-court game, they got to stay with their game there. But they got to up-tempo this thing and get some layups and some breakaways here to get themselves going. Defensively, they're doing a pretty good job, but you got to take advantage of your own opportunities.
So Kanab basketball leading by 11. Kason James will be fouled by James Stevenson on the first possession.
They got James way outside now. They brought him outside to run the point. So
they'll bring him
that brings Rasmussen out
position,
on him. Yeah, point forward.
Pass comes into Little.
Looks like
goes to Zemansky. Curl pass down to James, off the glass and in.
And that's the reason why, is to get him to get some cuts down the lane. Him and to get cut Cornell loose outside too. I think those are the 2 reasons what they're doing. It worked.
29-16 Kanab on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Rhodes dribbles in, comes out to to Rasmussen for 3. And Peyton Rasmussen with a big Dixie Power 3-pointer.
I think these lines are messing them up too, because that shot from Rasmussen, although it went in, he's well out beyond the farthest line.
Yeah, that was the furthest line is the new college men's line, which is just shy of the NBA line.
Yeah.
Pick and roll for Kanab. Cornell just throws up a runner from 17 feet. No good. Little had the offensive rebound knocked away by Stevens.
They were looking for the alley-oop to Little, but Stevenson got in the way, so that's why he had to go ahead and shoot it up.
Now Davies dribbles in, tries to pass right wing to Rhodes, up top Stevenson. Stevenson goes right to Davies, back up top to Rhodes. Dribbles right behind the back, got the lane, puts up the 10-foot runner off the back of the rim, no good. Janes the rebound for Kanab.
Just not going. He would have got 2 points and 3 points in the game. Doing a good job as Grimes.
Janes nearly lost the pass, but able to gather it. Guarded by Rasmussen. Down the lane to Little, who got open off the glass of the left hand. Got it to go. Little with 6.
They're getting the backdoor cuts that Millard feeds on. They're getting them.
Rhodes down the lane, splits to the defense. Missed it short off the glass. Rasmussen the putback.
Good follow by Rasmussen there.
6:15 to go in the third quarter. 31-21. Janes again will run the point forward as he brings it across the timeline, guarded by Rasmussen. Left wing tries to go to Cornell. Stevens jumps the passing lane. He's going the other way. Dribbles in against Janes. Off the glass. No good. And the rebound to Hunter Rhodes. It's a new possession for Millard. Up top, Davies. Pump fake. Goes right wing. Rasmussen for 3. Nails it again. Peyton Rasmussen with 8 points already in this third quarter.
They are up-tempoing it. Even in the half court, they're up-tempoing things.
A Dixie Power 3-pointer, 2 in the quarter by Rasmussen. Proud to support the athletic and academic endeavors at Millard High School. That's Dixie Power. Left wing, Cornell. Off the screen by Little. He'll take the 3. In and out. Janes the rebound. Blocked on the shot by Rasmussen. Janes gets it again. Dribbles in. Got cut off. Goes to Little. Loses it off the leg of Davies. Out of bounds. Kanab ball.
I really think that they're trying really hard to get Cornell into this basketball game.
Yeah.
And that's evidence of the quickness of his shooting right there. Now, he missed it, but Jane's doing his job on the boards.
Grimes to inbound, 4 low for Kanab, looking for Janes. It's not there. Now the lob out to the wing to Zamansky for 3. Nails it. Colin Zamansky with a Lumber Plus three-pointer.
Wow. So the players you weren't expecting to take over the game, they're the ones having the biggest impact, as we stated.
Now a foul on Jordan Cornell as Hunter Rhodes is trying to post him up. That'll be the first on Cornell, first team foul.
And you'll see Millard do this. If there's a mismatch with Stevens or Rhodes, they will go down and post them up and clear everything out. They're very effective at that.
Right wing Rhodes off the screen by Rasmussen for 3. Missed it short. Long rebound in the corner. Saved by Rhodes, but Janes picks it up for Kanab. Janes quickly down the floor. Gets cut off by Stevens. Reverses direction. Now comes out to Cornell. Steps into a deep 3. Rattles it in. A Lumber Plus three-pointer, Jordan Cornell.
Well, offense is picked up in the second half.
Yeah, you said it would. And now Stevens pass inside, knocked away by Zamansky, picked up by Grimes. So Millard turnover, and Coach Glazier wants to talk about it. He's not happy about something with the Honeys Marketplace timeout called.
I don't know what he's not happy about. His team is really getting it done offensively.
But, yeah,
he's talking about the defensive end, apparently.
Yeah, he's not happy about it. Honeys Marketplace timeout featuring specialty items like gourmet burgers, crab salads, smoked ribs, fresh cut fruit and bakery bread made from scratch every day, groceries, and so much more. That's Honeys Marketplace in Kanab. And
just looking in the eyes of the boys, it's like, Coach, we're up 13 and you're ripping us out here. But, you know, that's good coaching, too, because even though things are going good, if the team is not playing the way they should be, a coach needs to say, okay, it's great, but you got to do this or we'll pay for it in the future. And he's doing a good job of that.
So 37-24. Millard had pulled to within 7. Then back-to-back threes by Kanab puts it back up to 13.
Millard trying to steal a ball there. They tried to get the ball out of bounds.
Hey, you might as well.
And Janes had to come up to coach and do a little officiate and said, hey, yeah, that's our ball. So they switched it around.
Cornell comes left wing to Zamansky. Low block into Janes. Splits the double team. Quick shot is good. Janes with 18.
Boy, you can't let him get that deep. Behind him, you can't let him get that deep. That first move just goes right up over the top of everything.
15-point Kanab lead. That's their largest lead of the game on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Left corner is Rhodes. Guarded by Grimes. Going to drive baseline. Got cut off. Now backs out. Skips it up top to Stevenson. Stevenson goes right corner to Stevens. To the wing to Rasmussen. Up top Rhodes. Hands off to Stevens. Left wing Davies. Hands off back to Rhodes. He'll drive left side. Blocked by Janes.
Wow.
And Janes comes down with it.
That ball, Rhodes held that ball out away from Janes, and he's still got a piece of it. There's your player of the game.
Janes going to drive left. Comes out to Cornell. Back to Janes.
The thing this does is it pulls Rasmussen off the glass, too.
Yeah. Skip past to Cornell. Wide open 3 from the left wing. Too hard. Little the offensive rebound. Back up with the right hand and in.
Just like that. You pull Rasmussen outside, and that happens.
41-24 Kanab. Three-pointer for Stevenson. Off the rim. No good. And the rebound goes to Cornell for Kanab.
Starting to see some of what we saw out of Parowan there towards the end of that last ball game. Millard now has gone to firing up a quick three and, away from the normal game that they want to run.
And Davies nearly jumps the passing lane, and he will as Zamansky stepped out of bounds.
That's going to make people happy.
And now he just got teed up.
Oh, yeah. That was quick tee, though. But Zamansky don't want to be talked to by anybody. He's just mad.
That'll be the third foul on Zamansky.
And that'll add to Zamansky. Is that his third now or fourth?
That's his third.
Because that does go as a personal foul.
Yes, it does. So Stevens, who has yet to score, will step up to the Millard County Credit Union free throw line for the Eagles. Makes the first one. So what's the rule here, Dennis? I'm looking at Hunter Rhodes standing right here by the bench, and everyone else is having to be back behind the...
I think you have to be back behind the free throw shooter. Back beyond the three-point line and behind the three-point
They made
shooter.
Everybody else go back there. They left Rhodes.
Well, he's coming out of the game, though.
But that doesn't matter.
Well, it does
out.
now.
So I'm just wondering what the rule is. Because they pushed everybody back, but they let Rhodes stay by the bench.
All I can say is it must have been because they knew there was a sub coming in for him, I guess. I don't know.
Timeout called. We'll take it with them. 3:09 to go in the third quarter on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. It's number 10 Kanab 41, number 2 Millard 26 in the 2A boys quarterfinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Love cheese? We do too. If you are ready to take on the responsibility and opportunity that comes with being an employee owner, Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packager in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is honored to support this high school sports broadcast.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility.
Welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center, and Millard basketball after the technical foul and the two made free throws by Stevens. Up top, Rasmussen. Left wing, he goes to Ralphs. Left wing, they go to Gillens. Into the corner now to Stevens. Stevens dribbles in, got cut off, comes out of the wing to Rasmussen. Quick three. Rasmussen on fire with 13-11 here in the third quarter.
The one bright spot they got going right now, they're getting him open on the outside, and he's making it pay. And that's his third of the quarter. Now they got to stop somebody defensively.
Houston tries to pass inside to Janes. It'll be knocked away, and then Michael Ralphs will be called for the foul as Janes was trying to post up.
And that's too bad because Ralphs did not know the ball had been tipped up over the top as he grabbed Janes thinking he was in trouble. But that's a huge defensive situation there for Ralphs to be able to handle Janes.
Lob into Janes, catch and shoot, off the rim, no good. Stevenson the rebound for Millard. Left side comes Stevens, got cut off, down the lane to Stevenson, passes across to Rasmussen, 6-footer, in and out. Stevenson pushes it off the glass, got his own rebound, back up off the glass, no good. And the rebound goes to Rasmussen for Millard. Underneath the Ralphs, he didn't realize he was wide open, and kicked it back out to Rasmussen.
Ralph's got it down low, and he's not used to that. Now Rasmussen gets forced out of bounds.
So a Millard turnover. Appreciate official Greg Parsons weighing in. He says on a tee, all players have to be behind the free throw line extended.
Okay, I was
so I
right.
guess the question is,
I was
why
right.
do they always push them back to half court then?
Why were you questioning me? I was right.
Just wondering the rule, Dennis.
Appreciate the help.
12-point lead for Kanab on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Up top is Grimes. 1:45 to go in the third. Up top it comes to Cornell. Cornell going to drive left, gets in the lane, puts it up against Rasmussen. No good. Got his own rebound. And lobs down the lane looking for Zamansky, taken away by Stevenson. Up ahead to Stevens. To the left wing, just Rasmussen for three again. Misses this one short off the rim. He was too open.
Wasn't quite set up yet either. He's still turning when he was trying to shoot the ball, so wasn't quite set yet.
Right wing, Grimes. Started by Stevens, off the screen by Janes, lost the basketball, and it goes right into the hands of Rasmussen. Rasmussen down the right side of the floor against Little. Comes to a stop, kicks it out of the wing to Gillens. Up top, Stevens. Stevens will drive left hand, puts up the runner off the back of the rim. Cannon, and he's fouled. Stevens, the bucket, and the chance of the three-point play.
I still think Stevens is the key. He's got to get going offensively and to pick up the slack of the others. Rasmussen's doing a great job, but you got to have somebody else.
That'll be the third on Kaysen Janes. Here's the and one from the Millard County Credit Union free throw line. Got it. Stevens now with 5 here in this third quarter.
It's interesting because of the makeup of Kanab. Millard has not yet been able to do that 1-3-1 half-court trap or their trapping defenses of any kind because of what Kanab can do.
Houston in the left corner. Comes up top to Cornell off the curl. Guarded tight by Gillens. Dribbles in against him. Puts up the circus shot. Counted and he's fouled. Cornell with the and one opportunity.
Cornell just got caught there. Really, the athleticism in that situation. I think he was trying to pass that off to Janes on the wing.
Or Zamansky, yeah.
Zamansky, and the defense wouldn't let it, and he threw it up and in. Great athleticism on his case.
The and one from the Glazers Family Market free throw line is good. That's the first free throw of the game for Kanab. They're back up by 12, 44-32. Gillens up top to Stevenson. Going to drive right. Cut off by Houston on the help defense. Left wing to Rasmussen for three again. Got it again. Peyton Rasmussen with a game-high 16 for the Eagles.
Got his feet set that time. They're trying again to take away Rhodes and Stevens, and it's allowed Rasmussen to get open.
Another Dixie Power three-pointer for Peyton Rasmussen. Now Cornell right side drives all the way in, off the glass and in.
That's where he's making it all happen, is off the drives.
Rhodes gets a bump from Houston, misses the shot short. Rebound Zemansky for Kanab. He's looking for some help, and finally got it to Grimes. And Grimes will bring it across the timeline. Tries to pass it right wing, got tipped right to Cornell, and James Stevenson with a tackle. He tried to hold off, but
yeah, he just got too much coming forward to hold off on that one. So the crowd wants something to be done, but you could tell that was not intentional. He just couldn't stop.
He did his best.
Picked him up and everything.
That's the second on Stevenson. Zemansky to inbound on the curl, looking for Grimes, threw it too late, and Stevens able to knock it out of bounds. Grimes will inbound. They're lobbing in for Little, double teamed, and James Stevenson punches it out of the air. As the third quarter comes to an end on the Kern River Gas scoreboard, it's Kanab 46, Millard 35 in the 2A quarterfinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze oil change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service
Give you a Houston's Trails and Restaurant score update. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, up in 3A. Manti leads ALA 33-26 in that quarterfinal game. Here it's 46-35 to start the fourth quarter. Kanab with the lead on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Hunter Rhodes on the drive, cut off by Grimes. Got picked up by James, goes left wing to Stevens. Hands off back to Rhodes, cut off by Cornell. Now reverses direction, lost his footing and the ball, but a foul will be called on Cornell, and he can't believe it.
And again, that's one of those things that, unfortunately for a player, is, there is some contact. A player goes down, it's probably incidental contact, but when the player goes down, the officials feel obligated to make that call.
Rhodes lobs it out to Stevens on the volleyball line. Left corner to Rasmussen. High post to Stevenson, going to drive left side, gets cut off, blocked by Little, picked up by James. James will slow down and go to Cornell.
Just haven't faced this kind of height before.
James with it, high on the right side, running the point forward position, guarded by Davies. Works his way to the left wing to Cornell. Give and go back to James as he got inside, lays it up and in. He has 20.
And that's a great pass right there because there was a defender in the way. Threw it right over his shoulder, an outstretched hand for the perfect pass.
Stevens hands off to Rasmussen. Lob down now to Stevenson, working on Little. Tries to go against him, and a foul going to be called before the shot. Stevenson got it to go, but they'll wave it off.
It was a nice move, but they got the foul first, and may wish they'd got the basket back.
Yeah. Second on Little, 15 foul on Kanab.
Do you think they'll ever make that a rule where you can decline the foul?
That's a good question. Make it like football.
Yeah.
Left wing Stevenson. Dribbles down the lane, got cut off from the free throw line, comes out to Stevens. Picked up by Zemansky. Hands off to Rhodes. Rhodes able to cross over, drives in against Grimes, off the glass and in. Nice shot by Rhodes. He has 7.
But Grimes is doing a heck of a job defensively. Rhodes can't even get close to an outside shot, really.
Now Millard trying to work into that half-court trap. Cornell able to beat it on the right side. Euro step. Lobs left corner to Zemansky for 3. High arch. Off the rim, no good. And Stevenson the rebound for Millard.
Well, I wondered about that. Now we're going to see him in it, huh?
Right corner, Rasmussen, transition three, got it again. Peyton Rasmussen with another Dixie Power three-pointer. He has 19.
The two seniors stepping up, Stevenson and Rasmussen.
Left side, Zemansky dribbles in against Stevenson. Offensive foul is the call as Stevenson took a slight bump and went to the ground to draw the charge. The fourth on Zemansky. He never went down that easy in a football game.
No. They made the call, but Kanab's coach, I'd be just as livid because there's an Oscar involved in that. Holy smoke. He needs to be careful he doesn't get the technical, though, right now. He's made his point.
48-40 is your score. Kanab with the lead on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Millard has never led. 6:05 to go in this quarterfinal game. Left corner is Rasmussen. Comes out to Stevenson. Lobs inside for Davies. Gets underneath. And off the glass and in. 6-point game.
Nice fake to get the defense away and then lays it up and in. That's a good job.
Grimes in the backcourt. Gets it to Cornell. Up ahead to Janes as they easily beat the press. Janes drives. Goes left corner to Houston. To the wing to Grimes. And he'll be fouled by Rhodes. That will be the third on Rhodes.
Tried the behind-the-back slap again.
California D, but got him on the arm this time.
That used to be automatic. You tried that move. It was an automatic foul. They have loosened up a little bit on it.
Fifth team foul on Millard. 5:41 to go in the game. 6-point Kanab lead, 48-42. On the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Across the timeline, it comes Cornell. Goes right junction to Janes. He'll face up on Rasmussen. Going to drive against him. Got the lane. Missed it off the rim. Davies the rebound. Millard can continue to cut into the lead. Stevenson. Dribbles middle, comes out to the wing to Rhodes. Lobbing in for Davies, knocked away by Houston, out of bounds. Millard ball on the baseline.
Houston bailed him out because Davies was leaning the wrong direction and could not get to that ball. So Houston kind of bailed him out a little bit.
Millard will go too high. They lob it up top to Stevenson. He's going to dribble right side, got cut off by Grimes. Kick it left wing to Rasmussen, blocked by Janes, and the rebound by Cornell.
James goes up. He's 10 feet away when he goes up and still gets a piece of that ball.
Cornell across the timeline. 1-4 high for Kanab. Up to Houston. Right side high now to James. To the wing to Cornell. Guarded tight by Stevens. Cornell going to drive. Lost it off his foot out of bounds. Ooh. Millard ball. Kanab still has 11 more turnovers in this game than Millard. And Kanab holding on to a 6-point lead under 5 minutes to go. Stevens comes right wing to Stevenson. Guarded by Little. Up top to Davies. Right wing to Rhodes. He'll rise for three. Short. Little the rebound for Kanab. Looked good right from our angle.
I thought it was down from this angle.
Cornell going to beat Stevens across the timeline as he puts him on his back. Now goes right side high to Janes. Hands off to Grimes. Right wing to Janes. Guarded by Rasmussen. On the curl. Couldn't get it to Cornell. One dribble. Now comes out to Houston. Left wing he goes to Grimes. Bounce passing to Janes. Puts it up against Rasmussen. Free throws coming for Kaysen Janes.
Not so bad in that situation. Make him go to the line and get these here. Stops the clock. Give a bit of a rest. Got a foul to give. You're going to have to get in the 1-on-1 anyway.
Foul on Rasmussen is his first. 16th foul as Janes goes to the Glaziers Family Market free throw line for the highest standard of customer service, the friendliest checkers in Utah, and fantastic in-store specials. Visit Glaziers Family Market in Kanab.
Now that's an extremely interesting rotation he has on the ball.
Makes the first one. Second free throw, kind of a sideways rotation. He got the friendly bounce. 22 now for Janes.
It's sideways, but it's effective.
Rhodes works his way left wing, guarded by Grimes. Up top to Davies, looking for Rhodes again, not there. Left wing to Stevens. Stevens one dribble. He'll come out to Rasmussen. 4 minutes to go in the game. 50-42 Kanab on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Stevenson drives the lane, puts up the runner, off the glass, go too hard, got his own rebound, back up and in. Stevenson with 9. A timeout called by Coach Rhodes. It's a Honey's Marketplace timeout. Groceries and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab with 3:52 to go in the game on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. It's Kanab 50, Millard 44 in the 2A quarterfinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
Dennis, as we look at this game with Millard coming back into this, you mentioned at one point that they started to take some quick shots, not good shots. What have they done to get back into this game?
Well, they've up-tempoed it. As what I said at halftime, even in the half court, they've up-tempoed it to get themselves some breathing room between the defense and coming off screens and things. And they've gotten shots that are shots they should take.
And now Cornell throws it away as Davies jumps the passing lane on the half-court trap. Out to Stevens for three. Short off the rim. Little the rebound for Kanab.
They need Stevens to come through with a couple of threes there. Just not able to make it happen.
Kanab in the backcourt with it. Even though it was off a missed shot, Millard still jumped into their half-court trap. Whoa. And there's the 10-second violation on Kanab. Grimes had just crossed as the whistle sounded. 19th Kanab turnover. Rhodes will come out. He's got to get his leg bandaged. Gillen's into the game. Athletic Director Blaine Burriston jumping out of the stands to get it done. So Coach Rhodes didn't have to do it. Davies drives in right side. Got it to go. What a take by Taylor Davies. It's a 4-point game. 50-46 Kanab on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Cornell in the backcourt. Gets it over to Grimes. Grimes back up ahead to Cornell to get it across the timeline. Bounce pass in the lane to Janes. Got position. Offensive foul. Peyton Rasmussen draws the charge. That'll be the fourth on Kason Janes with under 3 to go.
And the coach now, give it to Kanab coach now. He was so mad the last time, but now he realizes he needs to get himself under control. Doing a good job of trying to settle Kanab down and get this thing under control and control his boys.
Full timeout, so we'll take it with them. Another Honey's Marketplace timeout. 2:59 to go in the game. On to the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Kanab 50, Millard 46 in the 2A quarterfinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Smithfield Foods offers excellent career opportunities right here in our area. For careers with growth potential, join our team. Great jobs in all phases of hog production, starting at $12 an hour and certifications to $13 an hour the first year. Smithfield provides a full benefit package including medical, dental, vision, 401k, life insurance, paid time off, and more, and is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer. Visit smithfieldfood.com/careers or call 435-387-6000, 387-6000. Smithfield, good food responsibly.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel.
Basketball coming out of the Honey's Marketplace. Timeout. Down 4 with 2:50 to go in the game. They lob up top to Stevenson. Stevenson faces up. Goes left wing to Davies. Zemansky back into the game for Kanab at that timeout. Rasmussen driving right side. Pull up 12-footer. Air ball. Rebound. Saved by Stevenson. He'll skip it out to Davies on the right wing. Dribbles in against Janes. Puts up the shot against him. No good. Rebound on the backside. Knocked out of bounds by Kanab. Another opportunity for Millard.
I don't know how many chances Millard's going to get. They have time after time after time, and they're converting about 1 out of 3.
Davies inbound, lobs it into Stevens, who just kind of got left wide open. He misses the 14-footer, and Grimes the rebound for Kanab.
Drops it right back to Grimes. Again, a missed opportunity.
Cornell brings it up the floor, gets it up ahead to Janes, into the corner to Zemansky. They'll lob it up top to Cornell. Down the lane looking for Little, and easily taken away by Rasmussen. Errant pass. They'll lob up ahead for Rhodes in transition. Blocked by Grimes, and Cornell saves it in to Ashton Grimes.
Another missed opportunity.
What a block.
Wow.
Cornell in the backcourt has his pass tipped, but Grimes still runs it down. Goes back to Cornell up ahead to Janes. James gathers it on the right wing. He'll dribble middle. And a timeout called by Coach Glazier. He wants to talk about it. Let's see if it's a 30. We're going to stay right here. If it's a full, we'll take it. Full timeout, so we'll take it with them. 1:50 to go in the game on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. It remains Kanab 50, Millard 46 in the 2A quarterfinals of the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centracom Channel 10.
We offer quick service on your loan request. We make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for an answer from some out-of-town loan committee. It's one of the advantages of banking with hometown people. You're independent, so are we. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC. Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beaver's Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West, now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Kanab basketball out of the timeout. They lob in for James. He hits the floor, and Millard comes up with a steal. Stevens crossover down the lane, puts it up with the up and under move. It's a 2-point game.
Wow. Might have been a foul at the other end.
James bounce pass up ahead to Zamansky, and Taylor Davies jumps the passing lane. The 23rd Kanab turnover. Millard can tie or take the lead. Rasmussen dribbles in. Picks it up. Now looking for help. He'll lob it out to Davies with 1:23 to go. Left wing Stevens guarded by Cornell. Up top to Rhodes. Right wing to Davies. Up top Stevens. Nothing back door. Goes to the wing to Rhodes. Back out to Stevens. 1:11 to go in the game. Davies going to drive right side. Gets cut off. James tries to draw the charge. Didn't get the call. Up top Rhodes. Rhodes will drive right. Cut off. And an offensive foul called on Rhodes.
Well, they missed about 3 fouls there, so it was about time Kanab got one. Because Millard got away with about 3 in a row. But again, another blown opportunity.
That's 4 on Rhodes. James and Zamansky both have 4 for Kanab, which could be very big, especially if we end up in overtime. Grimes in the backcourt with it. Gets it over to James. James will get it across the timeline. Now he's looking for help as he picked up his dribble, and he gets it to the wing to Cornell. Short corner to Zamansky. Turn around, blocked on the shot by Rasmussen. Stevenson saves it into Little, who had a wide open layup and didn't take it, but Zamansky knocks down the 15-footer.
Wow.
What a sequence.
Good thing you're quick with words. My goodness.
Let's see if it's a – we're going to keep it right here regardless. 39 seconds left. It's another Honey's Marketplace timeout. And Little did not realize that he was just wide open. Zamansky bailed him out, knocking down the 15-footer.
Yeah, and again, that's another case where Millard, I think, maybe panicked on that baseline, had the rebound off the block, and panicked and threw it right back in underneath Kanab's basket.
Yep.
That's twice today they've thrown it right back to a Kanab player for a wide open, well, should have been a wide open layup. He did kick it back, but just
still resulted in those points.
So many opportunities have just gone away from the Millard Eagles down here. They've not been able to take advantage of them.
So 52-48 is your score, 4-point Kanab lead. Millard has never led in this ball game. Kanab has led wire to wire. They started out with an 8-0 run to start the game, and they led by as many as 6. It's now a 4-point lead right now for the Kanab Cowboys with 39 seconds to go in this game. And it will be Millard basketball. If you're Coach Rhodes, what are you trying to do? Who do you want the ball with?
Well, you know, one of your 3 shooters from the outside, Rhodes, Stevens, or Rasmussen, I'm sure Kanab is going to try and take those 3 away. But you got to get something rather quickly and then play good defense or go to the foul game, the hack-a-shack game.
Rhodes across the timeline, 35 seconds to go. Picks up his dribble off the elevator screen to Rasmussen. They pushed him high so he couldn't get a shot. Back to Rhodes. Now up top to Davies. 28 seconds to go. Stevenson drives the lane, spins against Little. Off the glass and in. Back to a 2-point game. James Stevenson now with 11, second player in double figures for the Eagles.
You know, Millard runs these double screens high and low, and they try to run their players through and off and around. They've run it several times today, and Kanab has known it so well. They have been in position, beaten the double screen every single time. And so Stevens and Rhodes and Rasmussen have not been able to get those shots off of those double screens. And so then Stevenson, the senior, takes it upon himself to make something happen. So, but again, Kanab doing an excellent job of defending against that. And Millard, their two seniors stepping up.
Yeah.
That's when you want your seniors in a big game, and they've done it here today.
They combined for 30 of their 50, the two seniors, 19 for Rasmussen, 11 for Stevenson, the only two in double figures for the Eagles today. And this, by the way, is another Honey's Marketplace timeout. Groceries and so much more. That's Honey's Marketplace in Kanab. Coming up after the game, we will have a quick Sunrise Engineering post-game show. And then we'll pop out of our post-game show and get you ready for the third game of the day. Number 1 San Juan against number 8 Rockwell. That's coming up next here at the Sevier Valley Center. Little Signature Real Estate score update for you. In the 3A quarterfinal right now, it is Manti leading ALA 46-29. That's with just over 5 minutes left in the game up at Weber State University. Kanab basketball coming out of the timeout. They've struggled against this press that Millard has put on.
Well, unfortunately, they have a lot of time here. That you got to make something happen quick. And Rose with 4 can't be the one that fouls.
James in the backcourt, able to dribble through everybody. Works his way to the left side. Now reverses. Down to 12 seconds to go in the game.
He's got a foul. Rhodes can't foul.
Picks up his dribble, and now there's the foul by Davies, and it's hard foul that James took a little exception to.
I think he got Stevens before that. No, he did get get Davies.
That'll be the first on Davies.
But way too much time there. Rhodes knew he couldn't foul. He was screaming for somebody else to foul because he can't foul. He's got 4. And they just let James do too much there.
James stands at the Glaziers Family Market free throw line. The front end of the 1-and-1. Got the bounce to make it a 3-point game. He'll shoot another. He can push it to 2 possessions here, but Coach Rhodes wants a timeout first. Another Honey's Marketplace timeout. Let's see if it's another full timeout, so we'll take it with them. 8 seconds to go on the Kern River Gas scoreboard. Kanab 53, Millard 50 in the 2A quarterfinals on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking's #1 investment has been dependable truck drivers like you. That's why they provide their drivers with an opportunity to earn up to $75,000 a year driving state-of-the-art equipment. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers in Utah, San Pete, Sevier, Juab, Millard, Beaver, Iron, Carbon, and Emery counties. Barney Trucking offers a competitive wage, solid benefits, home daily schedules, and an excellent safety record. Apply today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids.
Welcome back here to the Sevier Valley Center. It's a 3-point Kanab lead, and they'll have one more free throw coming for Kason James from the Glaziers Family Market free throw line. Kane County's full-service grocer. That's Glaziers Family Market in Kanab. Kanab trying to punch their ticket to tomorrow night's semifinal against Enterprise. Enterprise beat Parowan earlier, 60-41 to get to that game. This would make it 2 Region 19 teams if Kanab's able to hold on. With 8 seconds left, here's the second free throw from James. Got the bounce again. He has 24. Pass comes into Stevens. Down the right side of the floor he comes. Hands off on the wing to Rhodes. Tight defense. Puts up a 3. Air ball. Zemansky the rebound. And that's going to do it. 54-50, your final. Kanab with the upset. Knocks off number 2 Millard to move into tomorrow night's semifinals. And the Eagles will drop into the consolation bracket. We'll take the break and come back with your Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centricom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centricom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes.